What's up, gang? Let's talk about the free range 10-year anniversary WOD number 6. Is it 6? Yeah, number 6. We're gonna call it lactic legs. It's a little bit of a stamina challenge. If you were here last week, we did kind of like a version of this, but it's not going to be the same. We have two elements. We have wall balls and we have double unders. And the whole test goes like this. We're doing 2 minutes and 30 seconds AMRAP, as many wall balls as you can get, 1 minute break, and then 2 minute 30-second AMRAP, as many double unders as you can get. Your score will be the two combined. They have to be done back to back. They have to be done in this order, and they are scored as one event. You will get the reps on the wall balls. You'll get the reps on the double unders. And then for every 8 repetitions on your wall balls, you will add the weight that you used for the wall balls. So just as a very simplistic idea, if you got 16 total wall balls, I hope you're able to get more, but if you get 16 total, that would mean you add the weight that you used twice because you have two 8-rep chunks there. So let's say you had a 20-pound ball, you would add 20 pounds twice. So your score for that would be the 16 reps plus 20 plus 20, giving you what, 56 reps for that. So we'll have a spreadsheet to be able to take care of the CrossFit calculus for you, but it should give you some idea as far as pacing, as far as which weight to choose. The weight is kind of built in or baked in, if you will, to the score. The twist here is, if you may be able to see on the video, I hope you can see on the video, we have a little 2x4 attached to the rig. Your target today is very much a target. Accuracy is an important part of this. Rather than saying we're going to arbitrarily hit any point on the wall above 10 feet or 9 feet or whatever the target is, you've got to hit the target. And as you get fatigued, you're going to find that this becomes increasingly challenged to hit. So we have some tape marked off for the 9 feet and for the 10 feet, respectively, for the guys and gals. And the rules are exactly like you would for any other wall ball. You pass through a full squat, and then at the top, your ball has to make contact at or above the tape. So if you hit the tape, you're good. If you're below the tape, you're no good. And basically that's it. For every rep that you don't get, your judge will just say no repetition. As far as your scoring goes, you do not need to have these unbroken in any manner. Just at the very end, we'll tally up all your successful wall balls, and then we'll divide 8 into it to get the extra score for your weight that you're using. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. I want to make one point for when we have these all set up in the gym for safety, and then we'll talk about maybe some strategies. So here we go. We're doing this as our workout, as the alternate workout on Monday next week. So if you're going to be here, we'll be doing it as part of class. Let's make sure that whatever post you're using, we take these J-hooks off, just in case the ball hits. It wouldn't be good for the ball. It's definitely not going to be good for your score. And we just don't want any extra potential for injury. So let's just move these off out of the way before we start the workout. Like I said, wall ball is very much like a regular wall ball against the wall. Now it's just going to be a 2x4 ball, if you want to call it that. So you pick it up, squat all the way down, hit your target. Like I said, accuracy becomes a much bigger consideration, but with a little bit of practice, you're going to get this down very quickly. Like I said, the big challenge is going to be towards the end as fatigue sets in and things start to get a little bit sloppy. So a big part of the strategy, I think, is going to be to determine, should I try and just go for 2.5 minutes straight? Or should I pick a rep scheme and hit those rests to try and maximize your score? Because I think that the wall ball portion of this probably has the biggest potential for the score, depending on where your double unders are, obviously. But I think that's where you're going to be able to make the biggest part of your score. So 2.5 minutes, however you want to chop it, whatever weight you want to do. 9 feet for the gals, 10 feet for the guys, and there you go. 1 minute break, then you're going to find your rope, and we're going to go for double unders. Again, do you try and go 2.5 minutes in a row if you're really experienced with double unders? Maybe. You don't have anything to do afterward, but your legs are going to be pretty fatigued from the wall balls, so you may find that what you normally have for rebounding off the ground is a little bit fatigued. You may consider breaking it up into pieces. For those of you who are still working on double unders and maybe don't have the same rep scheme, what I would say, or maybe the volume that some other folks have, what I would say is really send it on the wall balls. Try and get as much as you can out of that one. And then we're going to spend 2.5 minutes working on your double unders. If you only get one, if you get 10, if you get 30, you know, it's a good line in the sand with where you are on a challenge like this, and treat it as a personal challenge. It's where you are today. You may even be able to come back in a week and notice you've made progress, but use this as like an index to be able to come back to later, knowing that, okay, on July, what are we doing, at 26th, this is where I was on this skill. Let's see if we can move the needle a little bit and reach out to either myself, Butters, about how you might be able to start to improve that skill over the next 30 days. I think that would be a really good way to approach a competition, an event just like this, without beating yourself up that you don't have it or you should be anywhere. You shouldn't. It's a skill that you develop over time, and here's a good enough reason to start to pick it up. So, enjoy the challenge. I'll see you guys in class.